So you just participated in the 5K run.
That is correct.
That's all. So what is your name?
My name is Kelly.
Okay. And what recipient are you a transplant recipient?
I am a transplant recipient.
Okay. And would you like to share your story with us?
Sure. I was type 1 diabetic at age 12.
Okay.
After 30 years with it, my kidneys went kaput.
Mm-hmm.
I went on dialysis for about 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a double organ transplant, kidney, pancreas at the same time.
Amazing. So how many years has it been for you?
It's been 13 years, 11 days.
Wow. Amazing. And you just participated in the race. How long did it take you to do the race?
I think it said like 28:30.
That is amazing. So what do you do to keep up with the running? Is this just something is it a hobby for you, or is it a passion? Or
It's a hobby, kind of a passion.
Okay, awesome. And what would you like to share with everyone about the Transplant Games? What has your experience been so far?
So the games have been pretty good this year. The venue is pretty well set. The hosts are great.
Okay.
Transplant Games America. They've been great.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people I've seen here, new people with Team Florida. I used to be with Team Utah.
Okay.
And so the games have been kind of a reconnection with some people I haven't talked to in a while.
Amazing.
And I'm here having fun. Competitive personality, but I'm still trying to have fun in it.
That's great. And are you staying throughout the whole event, or are you just here for certain events?
Primarily just for certain events, the virtual
Okay.
triathlon, but they asked me to step in to do pickleball on Tuesday. So.
That's awesome. We'll definitely have to catch you there.
All right.
So what would you like to share with everyone? Actually, is this your first Transplant Games?
No, this is actually
Okay.
my third.
Okay.
I participated in Houston 2014,
Okay.
Cleveland 2016,
Awesome.
and I blew the time for the 5K out of the water compared to those two.
That's awesome. Great.
Yes.
Jason, you want to ask about that?
Sure.
Seems like you're participating in more than one event, and you participate in more than one event.
Correct.
So how did you prepare yourself for the games and for those events you're
Well,
participating?
for running, I'm pretty much an avid runner. I run 5 days a week. I have a couple run groups in Fort Myers I run with. I'm the slowpoke out of all my friends. But it's continuing moving, doing that running. I do a little bit of cycling. Swimming is not my forte. If you saw my swim time yesterday, you would definitely know that was true.
Okay. Are you also participating on swimming on Sunday, or was it
No,
just
I just did swimming yesterday.
Okay, swimming yesterday.
And so Sunday is going to be a rest day after today, and then the track and field, which is going to be on Monday.
Monday, perfect. Now, what motivates you in life after getting your transplant?
My
goals?
motivation is, again, I was diabetic, had the kidney failure. After those transplants, I'm able to do more than I used to. As far as with the personnel, I feel getting this organ transplant is giving me the ability to pay it forward. I work as a nurse. I got into that. And when I talk with my patients, if I see they have like a transplant, I talk to them, ask them what they're doing, keep them motivated in continuing exercising.
So as a health professional, what would you like to share, like that, being on the medical side and also just the patient side of things, what insights, what kind of advice would you give for other patients, just seeing both sides of things?
Keep moving.
Yeah.
Don't sit
great.
there. You were given the second chance. Don't waste that.
Agreed.
Even if you're just getting up, walk around a block or two. That's a great start.
Yeah,
If you want to do more,
100%.
you can do more. But don't do less. Don't sit there and say, well,
Yeah.
I got this transplant, so I can just live my life as I did before.
Yeah, it's a gift, and to live every
Right.
last day with it, right?
Exactly. And,
Yeah.
just do something more for someone else.
That's amazing. And what have you accomplished since your transplant that you couldn't before?
Oh, I got my nursing license.
That's amazing.
I've been running more since then. I participate in multiple 5Ks, usually like 2 5Ks a month, a couple 10Ks per year. And I ran 3 half marathons last year, and I have another 3 coming up this fall, early
That's
winter.
cool. That's great. So your transplant, did that encourage you to become a nurse, or were you a nurse beforehand?
I was healthcare. I was CNA, then phlebotomist, and I then went into advanced life support EMT. And then when the transplant, it's like, EMT is a young person's sport. I had the knowledge. I knew with nursing, I could give more of
Great.
that ability
That's
to
amazing.
help other people.
That's amazing. And you work in transplant as well? Do you work in transplant as well?
No, I don't, but
Okay.
I do talk with other people when the patients
that's
come in.
amazing. Yeah.
And a lot of people still have no clue.
Yeah.
They're
You
given
don't
a
know how you'll
transplant.
touch somebody in some way. Right.
Exactly.
And what would you like to share with everyone about just organ donation and how to encourage that?
It's
with
very
people?
simple. Every state has something a little bit different, but the number one thing is when you go get your driver's license or even a state ID, say yes.
Yeah.
Check that little
Great.
box. I mean, if whatever happens to you, you can't take that to the grave.
Yeah. You can.
Well, you can, but it's not going to do anybody any good, and you
Agree.
can't use it afterwards either.
Yes, agree.
So-
Definitely. And just how would you encourage other people to find out about the transplant games if they're interested in participating?
So you can go to Transplant Games of America, or TGA, I believe it's .org, or just put in there Transplant Games of America in the Google search, and we'll show up. And the games are every 2 years, so if they go on now and sign up, if they're a transplant recipient, they can get involved in the 2020, let's see, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, that's great.
And where those games will be, they haven't announced it yet. It's usually like the last day of the games. So.
Well, thank you.
All right.
Perfect. So it seems like you're an advocate, you're awareness, you're involved, being a nurse, with other patients as well, and communicating or educating them on the concept. But what would you like to see in the future of transplant?
So again, getting everybody signed up. They say there's like 6 to 7 people, I think, die each day because there is no organs for them. Transplant has come a long, long, long way, but the basic is just saying yes. Don't be afraid. What have you got to look forward to? If you're on kidney failure or liver failure, or you need a lung transplant or heart, those things are wearing out. They just don't say, let's give it to you willy-nilly. It is a process. And because of the shortage, there is a long wait on some of the organs. So, just persevere through what you're going through. Family members, get tested. You can also go down and be a living donor, and may not be anybody you know. They just do a blood test. They send it through the database, UNOS database, and they will look for a recipient somewhere near you, or they can now transplant up to 11 hours.
Wow.
And when I had it done in 2011, you had 4 hours to get the kidney to the patient.
Yeah.
Now
Science has changed so much.
It's changed so it's remarkable. So I mean, not thinking what could be done, but look at it now.
Yeah. What would you like to see in the future of transplant? What is for you that you've experienced?
For me?
Yeah.
Really, I'm living my life the way I want to.
Amazing.
I'm trying not to let it worry me. Don't let it get down. Go for other things, and if something else happens, just keep on living. Because besides that, the transplant, 2 years later, I had pancreatic cancer.
You're a
And
survivor.
so I'm a survivor, and this is why I want everybody to look for it. Don't look at the negatives. Think of the positive. Living what you can do, striving for that. Being, again, proactive in your life. If you need to talk with some people, go ahead and talk to them. There are different support groups out there if you're having major struggles.
Yeah.
Or even if, look for somewhere hospitals. Not everybody will have an endocrinologist or a transplant nurse, but you can search and reach out to those. So for any transplant recipient, if you're having struggles, and also get your family involved, help them get educated as also what to do. And don't be so over stringent thinking, I must wipe everything down. You don't have to sterilize it. Just live it clean. Don't drink, don't smoke, quit those bad habits. Just move and look forward to healthy
Everything in
living.
balance, right?
Everything in balance, will
Just
throw
like
you
more
out.
for everyone, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those are great tips. Thank you so much
All right.
for interviewing with us.
You're very
Is there
welcome.
anything that you would like to share with everyone, just as a final note?
final note, say yes and don't be afraid.
Awesome. I 100% agree with you. That's amazing.
great.
It was so exciting to have you interview with us, and we hope to see you around the transplant games at
All
other
right.
events as well.
Great. And thank you for interviewing.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you so much. I know you've been running and catching your breath by taking the time to speak with us, and
Yeah.
we'll be sharing your story with everyone else to
Excellent.
see. Thank
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your day. Thank you.